Hello once again, everybody. Welcome back to more Bengals. We are coming off of a win, technically. In the last video, we were in week 5, I think, 4 or 5. I think it was 5, where we played the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we lost in Pittsburgh in Three River Stadium. Coming out of our bye week, we played the Ravens again, picked up another win against a division opponent, so that puts us to 4-2 on the year, and now we're heading to Nashville to play the Titans in Nashville. So the Titans were off to a pretty bad start to start the year. I think they were 1-3 when we went to Pittsburgh, so we had an opportunity to really kind of pad the lead that we had in the division, or at least kind of maybe distance ourselves a bit in the division, and we didn't do that as we lost to Pittsburgh. Jerome Bettis had a late in the game go-ahead touchdown run. Still had a lot of time on the clock. You know, we've seen games completely turn around on 1 or 2 plays, and that was not the case on our drive. We really just kind of let things go here, but it's a new day here. We're in week 8. This is week 8 now. The Ravens game was week 7, so this is week 8 now. We're about halfway through the season, and a 5-2 start would be absolutely amazing. So we're already cooking here early on in this game in our first drive. Achilles Smith wants a home run ball, and he finds Peter Ward, who's got 1 minute beat, shakes him off, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown. And this Bengals offense is already cooking, baby. You best believe. One of the big things to note here in the 3 games that we have watched so far is that we've really had a big outpouring of support from many different key pieces, like Peter Ward, Chris Waller, and Corey Dillon, who had a major 81-yard run from scrimmage in the last game. So it's great to see all these guys get involved here, all these draft picks and everything. It's good. But Tennessee now has an opportunity with the football to answer back to us, and it is a fumble-rooski, and we are going to pick it up as Tennessee's receiver cannot hang on to the football. Maybe you know who that is. I can't tell just by the number and the look of the man. He's just another light-skinned dude in this game. I'm sorry. But Steve McNair actually does a good job of finding the open man. He's had plenty of time to make that decision as he finds the open receiver, who coughs that football up right on the ground. And dude, he was about an inch from just stepping out of bounds, man. And Newsome heads up play to pick that ball up. So we have an opportunity now. And Corey Dillon just absolutely blowing past the pressure in the backfield. He just gets right by him, but doesn't really get a whole lot, but just prevents it from being a negative play. So 2nd and 5 now in Titan territory. And we're going to go back to Corey Dillon, or no, it's Gross, the fullback, out of the backfield. And that was a really tight window to make it. Achilles Smith should not be throwing those tight passes, but fortunately it ends up well enough for us as we get a first down. So we're still moving the ball here, and that time Achilles Smith makes another very dangerous throw, as he is prone to do. We have seen it. He's very prone to do those things. So maybe be a little bit smarter with the football. That's all I ask, Mr. Smith, sir. So on 2nd and 10 from about the Titans 38, maybe, we go to Corey Dillon out of the flat, and he cuts upfield, and he's got the speed here to set the edge and get at least the first down and just a little bit more before he is brought down. So Corey Dillon making things happen through the air in this game, not so much on the ground. It's not something he likes to do. So 1st and 10, and we're going to try him on the ground as he shakes off one tackle and then bounces outside of another tackle, and he had a little bit of space there. He didn't have that burst of speed we were looking for to get into the end zone, but that's a big pickup for him. Should have been brought down way earlier, but I'll take that. So 1st and 10 from the Titans 11-yard line. Again, we're going to go with Corey Dillon, who's shaking off tackles, and he fumbles. But fortunately, we are able to pick up the ball, so it's going to be our ball still in the red zone. 2nd and 13 now, and Smith under some pressure. And again, we're trying to go to one of our backs out of the backfield, and that one just goes absolutely nowhere. So I'm not sure what our red zone offensive game plan is right now, but on 3rd and 13, Achilles Smith across the middle to Ron Dugans, who cannot hold that one in as he gets completely covered. I don't know what Smith saw, but not a great game so far from Achilles Smith. I haven't seen a ton that I like, and John Green's going to have to come in and clean up our mess yet again as he does just that, and we are going to take a 10-0 lead over the Titans now in the first half. So 33 seconds left. Steve McNair, we know this offense is more than capable of turning things around, and so Steve McNair floats this one to Pickens, and that one hits right off of Newsome's back. That one's not going anywhere. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 now for the Titans. McNair is going to have his guys beside him in the backfield in shotgun formation with just 30 seconds left to operate in the first half. They got to go a quite long ways. There's already Yellow Hanky on the field off of the snap, but he finds an open man. It's the guy who had the fumble earlier in the game, but Hopkins is going to get a little bit too much of the jersey. And as I said earlier in the season, we got white jerseys. It's easy to see when you're holding, and the refs definitely saw that, so that's going to erase that big pickup for Tennessee and push them even further closer to their end zone. So in 2nd and 20, what are they going to do? do here. It looks like they might just be trying to set things up here and get away from their own end zone, as Eddie George has a nice pickup up the middle and gets a good portion of what they lost back. Makes it at least a third and manageable. So, I mean, that's why you have a guy like Eddie George, is for situations like that. So, that's an old Eddie George, but he's still efficient here. So the first half comes to a close. Tennessee can't really do much of anything on offense, and 10-0 is going to be your score. So we're going to get the ball out of the locker room to start the second half. And so here is our first play out of the locker room. So Smith is going to drop back here. He's got good coverage up front, but he's taking way too long as the pressure gets to him, and he gets rid of that one. And that is Chris Waller, who he finds, who kind of has to awkwardly come to the ball. Akili Smith took way too long. I mean, dude, look at this. Get rid of the football. What are we doing, man? Just a real bum game for Akili Smith. I mean, we're lucky to be up 10-0 right now, because this game could easily flip the other way. Corey Dillon misses that block. He should have picked that one up, but I mean, hey, at least we got rid of it. At least it was a net positive play, but still, I mean, I'm not really impressed with what I'm seeing right now from our offense. So 1st and 10 now, and we're gonna find, I believe that is Peter Warwick, and he's gonna fumble the football, man. So the third fumble in this game, man. Corey Dillon and Peter Warwick both have fumbles. What is going on? So Peter Warwick had the massive touchdown at the beginning of the game, and now he has the fumble. So Tennessee's got a prime opportunity to answer back to us. Finally, they haven't really been able to do much of anything on offense, and all the pressure comes to Steve McNair, and Pickens has to come back to get that catch. And he does, but he can't really cut up field before stepping out of bounds. So they're going to go with an outside pitcher to Eddie George, and he's going to get just enough space to get the first down, and then he's going to get brought down shortly after. So Tennessee's just able to extend the drive here. Not a whole lot's going on, but, I mean, they are cooking something. They are finally in Bengal territory for what feels like the first time today. So Steve McNair's going to drop back. He's got good coverage up front. He's going to float them one again to Pickens, and, dude, Pickens was like 4 seconds ahead of the play. He wasn't even in the right spot. I don't know what that was. This is just a sloppy game so far, guys. I am sorry. This is just rough. So 2nd and 10 now for Tennessee. Pressure is getting to Steve McNair, but he floats it out to Eddie George. And once again, just not clicking on the same page. This Tennessee offense is really struggling. So 3rd and 10 now. Last opportunity to get something going here before maybe have to punt it. Maybe try for a long field goal. And Steve McNair's got an eon to make a decision. He wants the home run ball, and he finds that 82 man again, but he is well out of the end zone. So not much is going to happen here, and they're going to go with a punt, so we're going to cut further ahead now to Tennessee's next opportunity with the football, since we are unable to do anything with it. And that is Lorenzo Neal, right? Is that his name? Right, Lorenzo Neal, who picks up the first down on a 2nd and inches. And the third quarter comes to a close. 10-0 is still your score, as neither team wants to do anything with the football. But Tennessee's in a prime opportunity here to do something. They're not out of this one yet. Just one touchdown will turn everything around, as Steve McNair picks up another completion, and that one's going to be, I think, just close to the first down marker, or it's going to be a first down. So first down for Tennessee, and again, it's another quick pass for Steve McNair, and that seems to be how they're effectively moving the ball. They haven't really moved the ball effectively all game long, and it's another quick reception, but there is a flag on the play, and it's offensive pass interference. Interesting. You rarely ever see that, but hey, man, when it rains, it pours for Tennessee, so an offensive pass interference is going to wipe that play off the board. We're going to get a little bit of help on defense on 2nd and 13. So Steve McNair, again, has a clean pocket in front of him, and he gets rid of it again. Man, these quick checkdowns is really what's helping Steve McNair move the Titans in the right direction, but they still have a little bit of ways to go. So on 3rd and 4, and it is another completion, and the receiver cuts up field and gets inside the 20-yard line, I believe. So now the Titans will have a red zone opportunity, and this has to be at least their first one of the game. I swear to God, man, they haven't done much of anything. It has been a rough game offensively for both teams, really, but Tennessee's really been feeling the heat on offense. So 1st and 10 now for Tennessee, and it's another quick reception, and not a whole lot's going on. We at least have guys in the middle of the field to contain this. But it's gashing us, like really hitting us with paper cuts is what this is. So Steve McNair can't connect on that next play as that ball sails into the grass. So this Titans offense will again be facing another 3rd down situation, a 3rd and long situation, and they really don't want to take a field goal. They really need to get into the end zone, and Steve McNair's going to drop back. He's going to float this one out to the flat, and it's another open man. It's another check down, but he stumbles out of bounds on the catch, so that he doesn't even actually make the catch. So 4th and 7, Tennessee's going to have to take their 3 points. There's plenty of time left for them to get the ball back and potentially tie the game, so they definitely needed at least 3 points somewhere, either now or later, but so they got it now instead. and Corey Dillon's going to make the Titans pay for being conservative in the red zone as he picks up the first down and is going to force Tennessee to burn some more time as we're going to try and burn out the clock on the ground, but Tennessee seems to be all over that early on. So we were down to about a minute here. We were waiting for time to go. We were burning as much clock as humanly possible, doing everything that we can do to walk out of here with a win, just escape with our lives, as Corey Dillon can't really do much of anything for us on the ground game, and Tennessee is burning through those timeouts, but we really need at least one more first down to really feel comfortable, so we're going to go with Corey Dillon again, and this time it's a little bit better of a carry, but nowhere close to that first down that we need. So Tennessee's going to get a prime opportunity. We had a great punt and pin them in deep, so Tennessee's got the entire length of the field to go. So on 1st and 10, just well under a minute to go here, just seconds to go. And that play cannot go for anything as Steve McNair cannot connect with this receiver for what feels like the 50th time this game. So on 2nd and 10, McNair's going to drop back. The pressure is getting closer and closer, and he finds an open man across the middle who hauls this one in and gets brought down right at the sticks. And now time is expiring. Tennessee has no timeouts. 8, 7, 6, 5. So the last play of the game potentially, but no, Steve McNair's going to take the spike, and he's going to set the offense up on 4th and 1 and see if maybe he can get this one in the end zone, I guess. I don't know. I mean, this would be a hell of a play if he does. So the pressure's coming to McNair early, and they get it to Eddie George, who gets outside of the defenders, and he's got the speed to burst. He shakes off the one tackle, and there's no one in front. There's no one there. Eddie George is going to go the entire distance, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 80-yard touchdown out of the backfield, out of the flat. And Eddie George, man, oh my gosh, this is vintage Eddie. What are we doing? We absolutely sell on defense. The last play of the game, we had guys in the backfield. We had Eddie George dead to rights. Newsome overruns the play and cannot come up and make the play as Eddie George shakes off the one tackle. Newsome, if he stayed on his feet, maybe could have followed up on the initial tackle there and maybe caught up to the play, but he dove at the same time the tackle attempt was made. So yeah, that took our guys out of position. So 10-10 is your score. The Titans do manage to tie it here, and we really need to pick up this win, man. We cannot choke this one away to Tennessee. So 1st and 10 in overtime. We're going to give it to Corey Dillon, who's already making some shifty moves in the backfield, and is going to cut upfield and get close to the sticks, but he doesn't quite get home. So 2nd and 2 now. We're inching closer and closer here. We just need to be smart and conservative with the football. No turnovers as Smith drops back and flips one out to Corey Dillon out of the flat, and Corey Dillon fumbles the football again. Oh, for the 2nd time today, he fumbles. Oh, this time we do lose his fumble, and now Tennessee is in the driver's seat. They can do whatever the heck they want with this ball game. They have crawled their way back as we did absolutely nothing on offense to really help ourselves out, and Tennessee's just gonna, I guess, just try and center it maybe, or run out some clock with Eddie George. I think they can just kick the field goal and send us away here, but they still aren't all that close. There's still a chance that they miss it, so I think they want to at least get another 10 yards or so before they do it. And Pickens tries to go for the one-armed grab, and he can't quite do it. So 4th and 10, they're gonna have to bring out the kick unit and try this long field goal, and here it is from their own 40, and it is up, and it is good. It just scrapes by the crossbar. The 50-yarder is good. Tennessee doesn't move the ball an inch after picking up the fumble, but it doesn't matter because their kicker was able to knock it through and give them the victory, and we fall to 4-3 on the season after another brutal close loss to a division rival. I mean, dude, this is like, it's got to be hell week in practice after this, dude. That is inexcusable. 1 for 8 on 3rd down, Tennessee was. I mean, we outplayed them. At least it feels like we did. How on earth, man? Oh my gosh, that was just brutal to watch, man. It was a close game, but this is just tough. And I mean, Achilles Smith's stats aren't even that bad, but dude, I feel like it just not enough was done, man. We needed to see more. Either way, man, we're going to move forward ahead along in year 3, and I hope to see you guys in part 6 or 17.